The other thing that we're starting to see, and again, it's the chatter, it's the tooling that we use. Now, I don't mean the tooling in the world of from a swinging hammer to a pneumatic device to a different way of mechanically fastening things. I'm talking the communication tools, the collaborative platforms to bring the people together, whether you go into the phases of BIM, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D. It's exciting to see a lot of the investments starting to increase from a tools standpoint. Autodesk is paying attention to the constructor now. They're making it easier for us to get involved in the flow that's rivet-based through document control to the maintenance and operation at the end. So it's exciting times that I believe when you measure speed to market from intent to the end user actually using the asset and maintaining it, that's the big time to market, and I'm excited about the technologies that are coming that are going to help us.
Absolutely, and as you're talking, you know, the old adage, right, which we've said forever. It's easier to make an adjustment with your pencil than with your hammer, right? That's an old adage.
Measure twice.
But our pencils are really more sophisticated now. And not only, you know, with the integration of the new technologies, which not only outfits like Autodesk are saying, oh, there's a market in construction, the construction professionals are open to it now.
Yes.
30 years ago,
No way.
BIM came up, it would be like, nah, we don't need that, right? We need that now for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's a new generation of builders, and this is the language in which they speak, all right? The second aspect is that we provide a service. We provide a product. And again, if it's an integrated project delivery, we collectively, architects, everybody, we provide a product. We have to always be mindful that that product has a life beyond our construction. So when we work within the BIM world and the Rivet, and there's as-built that are alive and useful to the operations people that will be taking care of this facility for decades in the future. And we're building it in such a way that the advances in technology, which are on a laser quick path right now, that the facility is able to absorb those new technologies and the integration of those new technologies that, frankly, we don't even know about yet. You open up your BIM catalog, you know where everything's going. That operator can use that facility well into the future. And we won't be faced with what is a huge challenge in New York City in particular with 30, 40, 50-year-old facilities that are jammed with old technology. And how do you convert that?
Right.
How do you deal with that?
The new generation of builders, coupled with the investment in the tools. Remember yesterday, it was, wow, the reason why the GC has to go slower than where the pace is because all the trades guys just don't have that sophistication. So it's going to take them longer. Wow, to this day, I think there's still a couple of subs that are still using faxes, believe it or not, but that's 1 in 1,000 now. Now you're seeing even the mid-size subcontractors becoming more sophisticated in the communication tools they're using. And again, it's the advent of the tools that are coming out. The collaborative environment, the document control tools that all of us can come around. So it's not, hey, I'm going to organize it based on what the architect says. No, I'm going to organize and control it the way the contractor says. No, I'm going to organize it the way the owner says. No, there are a couple of tools out there already, especially in the BIM world, that incorporates the whole document control, that give me my user ID and license, or user ID and password, and I'm going to have access to all the contract documents. Real time, because it's a living, breathing document. That's exciting as well.
Absolutely. I want to bounce back again about how to better educate us all with integrated project delivery as it relates to, yes, time to market, but listen, time to market is financially based. It's about the bottom line. And we're faced with a lot of challenges. Number one, a lot of our projects, even today, even the larger ones, are best value, best product. Drive that number down. And we're also faced with square foot values, whether it's a union job, an open shop job, what that value is and how does that relate to the 1%. And also the challenges of some of our clients who will opt to have the landlord or the developer do the skeleton or even the entire project in order to keep that dollar per square foot value as low as it can. I would like to make the argument that an integrated project delivery with all the stakeholders and design and owners and constructors at the table early not only improves the time to market, which there has to be a quantifiable value to, whether it's percentage of the overall project, and also serves to minimize the issues that you have when a other party than the healthcare firm is executing the construction and the fairly frequent compromise to standards that comes with that. So again, I'm just thinking out loud, how can we demonstrate how this integrated project delivery will actually save money in the long run on a square foot basis? Time to market, quality, all the things we just talked about with BIM. How do we make that clear to us?
Again, that's the big challenge. Again, that's why I mentioned in the beginning, the sophisticated owner. Sophisticated owner measures the total cost of ownership of whatever initiative they're moving forward in. And when they do that, a methodology like this, overall, when you're measuring it from beginning to end, that saving is evident. That educated client will understand that. That educated client usually tries to get all the stakeholders in the beginning, and having that type of a progressive approach early on. You may have to pay a little more early on for the pre-construction side, but let me tell you, when you're in meetings and using pencil, it's easy to erase.
Yep.
When you're in the construction phase and you're going to make a change, that's a whole different story. That's cost, that's time, that's frustration.
When you have a collaborative team working together with shared advantages financially, when those changes come, listen, stakeholders are going to change their mind no matter what. But we saw that again. I want to go back to Lindbergh, where I can't tell you 3 floors, 4 practices initially. The names of those practices probably changed a half a dozen times, if not more. Where is the bariatric room? Where are we going to put the monitors? This physician's group wants it this way, this one. So while we were at the table before the drywall was up, what did we do? All right, the blocking for the monitors is relatively inexpensive. It's cheap as dirt to put it in now while the walls are still open. Why don't we do this? Let's put it on 3 sides. Wherever they want to land it, we're good to go. And you know how we did that? By being at the table and talking about it early and often.
And hearing it. Exactly.
That's a little thing. But we all know how much it would take if it happened afterwards. Rip the wall down, move the outlet, all of that. And I got to tell you, I'm convinced we saved a ton of money
for that by doing that. Yep. I mean, understanding the intent, knowing that your client is going to change their mind down the road based on new information that comes in. And if we're all on that same page, we can and will anticipate a lot. It's interesting stuff. It's interesting times. I think that there is a necessity for our clients out there because they're in a race. And as long as they're in a race, they have to relook at things and get faster and faster and faster. And that's exciting for us because we want to delight them. So we're going to respond and we're going to help.
That 1% model they have
Yep.
is based on market share. Market share is defined by how many people you have walking in your doors and you're
Right.
servicing. So if we can work with our valued clients to make that happen quicker, with more efficiency and more fiscal advantage, I think it's a win-win across the board.
And many people will be happy. Hey, Chris, great chatting.
It was
Good
a topic discussion and more to come.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank